That's all. That's all. That's all.
I'll file with it. Who's house counsel?
Okay, I'm gonna see if it's come on.
That's true. All right, that's all we have to do.
Okay.
That's all. We have anybody else in the waiting room? We want to still? Good morning, Attorney Triplett.
Good morning. I'm sorry. Who is that? Mr. Andre?
No, Dante.
Oh, hi, Mr. Dante. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Oh, I will be in and out. Shannon might put me in too. Because you know that presentation I got.
All the time is up.
That one, but we still finalizing the presentation.
Mr. Goss.
All right.
So, Mr. Gross, you had an opportunity to speak with Ms. Triplett, and it's my understanding that you want to avail yourself of the offer. I did tell you that I would fine you $240 in the matter. It'll be a 3-month delay, but I also told you that if you make that payment, as soon as you make that payment, we'll close it out, dismiss the case, and you won't have a misdemeanor on your record. Is that
correct?
You ready? This is the city of Detroit versus Michael Leon Gross. Case number SP 113-28861. I do have an offer in the file, Mr. Gross, that I just expressed to you off the record, which would be the recommendation of the people that you plead guilty in this matter. The offer is a 3-month delay. I told you that I would fine you $240. And I also told you that I will close the case out upon payment of the fines and costs. I didn't tell you that I would give you as much time as you needed to pay, meaning that if you couldn't pay it within the 3 months, then we would, you can zoom back in and I can give you more time. But once you do make the payment, then I can close the case out, dismiss it, and you won't have a misdemeanor on your record. So it's my understanding that you want to avail yourself of that offer, Mr. Gross?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now, Mr. Gross, I gotta ask you, I gotta inform you your rights. You know you have a right to go to trial on this matter, right?
Yes.
And you know by taking this offer, you'll be giving up that right to go to trial. You understand that?
Yes.
And so let me ask you this: has anybody promised you anything other than what we stated on the record?
No. And
you've taken that offer because you are taking that offer freely and voluntarily, correct?
Yes.
Let me ask you to raise your right hand, Mr. Gross. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in the matter?
Yes.
Put your hand down. So let me draw your attention back to November 16th, 2020 at 4:17 p.m. in the area of Harper Avenue and Harvard Road. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by the Detroit police?
Yes.
Did that Detroit police officer pull you over because you had loud music coming out of your vehicle?
Yes.
And you knew the music was loud, right?
Yes.
So is that sufficient enough?
Satisfied, Your Honor. Satisfied, yes.
Okay. So Mr. Gross, I'm going to accept your guilty plea in this matter. I'm going to sentence you to $240, and I will put you on a 3-month delayed sentence. if you pay that $240, just as soon as you pay that $240, I will also close out this case upon payment of the fines and costs, and I will close the case out. The case will be dismissed, and you won't have anything misdemeanor or loud music under how much time do you need to pay?
Well, I probably need a little time because I only get $400 something like once every couple of weeks for my unemployment because I'm on child support. I have like 4 child support, so my income is very minimal. So I do the best I can, but I want to try to pay it off all at once. You know,
Sell some of them kickers. Sell some of them kickers you got in the trunk.
I don't even have a car or none of that anymore.
All right. So listen, what we're gonna do is, do we get an updated sheet here?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's on wait.
Mr. Gross,
Yes.
I can offer you community service in the matter.
You said community service?
Yeah, if you want to take that and I can offer you that to offset the cost. But other than that, I can give you 3 months to pay, and then if you can't pay within the 3 months, I'll even allow you to come back in, and we can set up another time so that it doesn't charge you the interest and penalties, and you don't lose that delayed sentence option.
That's fine. Thank you, Your Honor.
So you want to pay?
Yes.
All right. We're going to get a date now, and I will.
30-day date.
Let's get a 3-month date. Please.
Okay.
August 8th.
I'm sorry, September 8th.
September 8th, Mr. Gross.
Deadline?
Yeah, if you find that you can't, that you don't have that paid by then, just zoom back in like you did today.
Okay.
All right, any other questions?
Nope, that's it. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, have a great day.
You too.
Cheyenne.
Yes. Excuse me.
Hold on, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Zoom.
Sorry, it's kind of hard to hear.
That's okay.
Mrs. Lee,
Hello, how you doing?
how you doing?
I'm doing fine.
I know you definitely gonna need to speak to Mrs. Tripp.
That was yesterday?
Yes, from yesterday.
So, Mrs. Triplett, I have Mrs. Cheyenne, did I say that right? Lee.
Yes, you did.
It's Chynenne. Michelle, Michelle. Lee. L-E. Mrs. Triplett, I think that Mrs. Lee, I know that Mrs. Lee was supposed to be here yesterday, but she had, from my understanding, you tell me what happened, Mrs. Lee.
How did I have the 33 tickets, or why did I miss my court date
No,
yesterday?
I don't want to know about that. I want to know about why you weren't here yesterday on time.
Yesterday I was having trouble finding money for my phone bill. I ended up collecting the money for my phone bill. I called directly after that. They tried to link me to Zoom, but something was wrong with the Zoom, so I couldn't get in at all. I tried like 4 times yesterday.
Miss Lee, that's a good excuse, all right?
No, I'm serious.
Let me tell you this, Miss Lee. Mrs. Triplett, Do you have access to see Mrs. Lee's tickets?
Let me see, Judge. I do. Have they been emailed? I can put my email in the chat or give it to you. You want it in the chat?
No, I just want you to know, I want to know if you can see all the tickets, so when I put you guys in a breakout room, that, you can, have everything in front of you.
Judge, were they emailed out?
This was on yesterday's.
This was on
docket.
yesterday's docket, so I'm sorry,
I have the document. If she
Yeah.
wants.
You want a copy of the document after that?
Yeah, so does she have offer? You can just send me the offer though. And yes, the document. You have the offer?
Yeah, I have the offer.
Did I hear the judge say 33 tickets?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, you
okay.
did.
you heard Ms. Lee
okay.
say that.
Yeah, if you send me the docket and the what the offer is, I can, go through it with Ms. Lee.
I'm not writing all about.
I have an iPhone that doesn't have a name attached to it. Who might that be?
My name is Michael Leapart.
He had one state case. Most likely gonna be beat to the city.
Michael Stephen Leapart Jr. to be exact.
Okay, I don't have you on the docket either. Let me look your name up.
I was supposed to be. They told me. Well, I guess I was in the wrong room, and they sent me here. They told me it was the number 434, but I'm here on the traffic tickets.
You're not just here on one, are you?
No.
Yeah, can we and Attorney Tripp is on the breakout room?
Yes.
I'm sending it over to her right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna put you in a breakout room, Ms. Triplett. with,
Okay,
Attorney Goss. I think you already have room 1 open, so.
okay, I can go there.
Hey, Mr. Lee Park. So you're on one ticket, supposed to be here around 6:30.
You're supposed to be here at 6:30.
No, you're on June 30th, there's one ticket is scheduled for Raymond. Let's see what else. Who's on the iPhone?
James Hooks.
Oh,
James,
Yes, Goss Hooks.
You want to get it to try.
we'll schedule.
Speak under nine.
Yeah. Okay, let me get the yesterday along with the offer.
See the offer.
Ms. Lee, right?
I need to file.
Excuse me, was I supposed to be in a break room?
No, you're supposed to just sit tight, Mrs. Lee. They're in there discussing this case now, and we'll get back with you. Now, Counselor, did you have, do we have, let's see. Counselor, you ready for Mr. Gutowski?
Yes, Your Honor, we're ready.
All right, let's get that out of the way and get you on your way. You understand that the offer is a 6-month delay?
Yes, Your Honor, and I've had a chance to discuss that with Mr. Gutowski. He understands his rights to trial on the original charge or to accept the offer. He is willing to avail himself of that and accept the offer as stated by the court.
All right, let's get this out of the way. This is the City of Detroit versus Edward Gutowski, case number U563-38920. Mr. Gutowski, your counselor has had an opportunity. First of all, let me waive any warrants that may be out there or may not be out there. Because any warrants that I'll enter a not guilty plea on your behalf, Mr. Gutowski. And your attorney has had an opportunity to speak to the city attorney on your behalf. There is an offer in the file to plead to straight up to the disorderly conduct and to take the 6-month delayed option. With that 6-month delayed option, if you don't get in any other trouble, then this case and pay the fines and costs of the court, this case will be dismissed, will be closed out, and you won't have a misdemeanor on your record. Is it my understanding that you're willing to avail yourself to that offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you so let me ask you a few things. You know that you have a right to a trial in this matter, do you understand that?
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand by availing yourself to this offer, you'll give up that right to a trial. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what I just stated on the record, Mr. Gutowski?
No, Your Honor.
And you're taking this freely and voluntarily. Is that correct, Mr. Gutowski?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this matter?
I swear.
So let me draw your attention back to December 11th, 2020 at around 1 a.m. Were you in the city of Detroit in the area of Woodward and Cadillac, otherwise known as Campus Martius?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counselor, I'm having trouble reading the officer's writing. Would you like to?
I'll be happy to.
Actual basic for your client.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Gutowski, at that date and time that the judge already stated, were you inside of a tree display at a park after hours?
I was.
And that was noticed by a member of the law enforcement community?
Yes.
Okay. Is the court satisfied? You were not supposed to be in that display?
Correct.
And Okay, so did you, did the security approach you at that time, Mr. Gutowski?
Yes.
And did you try to evade them or get away without, pardon me?
No, Your Honor.
Were you knocking out barriers, Mr. Gutowski?
I was actually tackled. He told me to get down, and I did. And then right when I got down, he tackled me. But I'm sorry.
I think that the factual basis was established when you admitted to being in this, when you knew you weren't supposed to be. So I'm satisfied with that, Counselor.
Thank you, Your Honor. I agree.
Okay, so before I impose sentence, Counselor, would you like to speak on Mr. Gutowski's behalf?
Briefly, yes, Your Honor. Mr. Gutowski is, he's a full-time student. He's off for the summer, but he's studying engineering. He's working over the summer at Corrigan Moving. He's somebody who's got a bright future. This incident is out of character, comes from a good family. He has a very supportive family. It's something where I think the delay is an appropriate disposition in this case. He's going to satisfy any conditions that you see fit to impose, Your Honor. If you're inclined to adopt the recommendation, I'll waive any further allocution.
All right. Mr. Gutowski, I'll adopt that representation. I will sentence you to $240 fine in this matter, and I'll put you on a 6-month delayed sentence. If you don't get in any trouble within that 6 months time period, then I will, then the case will be closed out and it will be dismissed, and you won't have this misdemeanor on your record, Mr. Gutowski.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, if there's nothing further, then that'll conclude this matter.
When would you like the fines paid by, Your Honor?
He can pay it, pay it before the 6 months is up.
Okay.
Hopefully, Gutowski can satisfy that portion of it, and possibly, Counselor, if you back and file a motion, I will consider that lawyer be satisfied with those conditions.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. If there's nothing further, you guys have a great day.
You too.
Thank you. You have a good day.
Thank you. You as well.
Prosecutor, take these, please.
Ms. Cheyenne.
Yes.
Ms. Lee, I'm gonna have you into the breakout room with Attorney Triplett, okay?
Okay.
All right. Mr. Lee Hart.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I'm still looking up some stuff. So Mr. Leapfrog has cases that are, yeah. Yeah, he's not on the docket today.
When would you say?
They're scheduled for June 30th, 2021. Let me make sure that all of these, because he's got a number of them, I'll just get the dates.
You said June 30th, 2021?
Hold on, sir.
Okay.
That's the date that you're scheduling here for, so. Now this one is June 30th. So June 30th looks like.
Okay, do I call back the same courtroom?
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can take care of you.
Okay.
Yeah, June 30th. Give us a minute. You weren't on the docket today, so we're going to have to pull your file. And then, Michael Lee.
Michael Lee,
Leapheart.
when was he scheduled?
He's scheduled for June 30th.
How I was up here.
So Mr. Ross Close, I'm gonna see why you're at.
You know that.
Mr. Ross Close should be in there.
Who?
It's on my docket.
Mr. Goss?
No, Mr. Ross Close. He's got a trial today.
Where is he?
He's on the screen on the left.
And the officer is trying to do it, he's having trouble.
That's
The same.
Mr. Goss Hooks is 73 years old though.
No.
On his,
No, he's not. This is him.
but on the file,
But this operating with the blood content at 1 point about IBAC. So shouldn't that go to?
No, you get it.
I do it?
yeah. I thought he was Jada Burton.
Okay, I'm trying to find Lisa.
Oh,
All right, so what's going on, Mr. Goss Hooks?
How you doing, sir?
How you doing? I appreciate
I'm
your
doing
patience.
wasn't in there.
The
June
officer
30th.
is trying to
It's
zoom
on the show
in,
calls.
and he's
I
having.
can't hear you, sir.
I think we have the officer here now. Is that Officer Sanders?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, Officer Sanders. Are you here for Mr. Goss Hooks?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so today is the date and time set for a trial. Maybe I'm gonna give you guys an opportunity to kind of work things out. So Mr. Hooks, you're definitely gonna need the assistance of Mrs. Triplett in this matter.
Which she just popped in.
So
You're breaking up, sir.
you're definitely gonna need the assistance of Mrs. Triplett in this matter. Mrs. Triplett, this is Mr. Goss Hooks. He has a trial set for today for IBAC. So I do have Officer William Sanders on Zoom now.
Okay.
I don't know if his partner has showed up, Officer Ronald Taylor, or if it's necessary for him to show up.
And who is the prosecutor judge on it?
I am.
It's gonna be Mr. Dante Goss.
Okay, Mr. Goss, can you give me a call on this matter as well as the other matter?
Okay.
The Lee. I sent you a text.
All right, so Mr. Lee Park, I'm gonna wait until you see if we can get your file. I hope that we can accommodate you today.
You talking about me, sir?
No, Mr. Gossip. Look, what I'm gonna do for you, Mr. Gossip, is I'm gonna put you in I'm gonna put you in the waiting room, all right?
Yes.
And as soon as what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna give your attorney an opportunity to speak with the city attorney. She's gonna discuss the case with you, and then I'm gonna bring you out of the waiting room and give you an opportunity to discuss the case with your attorney, okay? And see if we can get some sort of resolution today. If not, we'll have to conduct a trial. All right? So, I'm gonna put you in the waiting room. As soon as I get finished with Mr. Lee Hart, and as soon as Attorney Triplett gets done speaking with a city attorney, I'll bring you out and I'll connect you two together, okay?
Yes, sir.
So,
Your Honor, I'm ready to go in the breakout room with Attorney Triplett.
That goes to Austin here.
Did somebody say something?
Oh.
Oh, it's right here. I can go get it.
I think we lost Mr. Lee.
No, you didn't. I'm still here.
Okay. All right.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Yes. Can I go in the breakout room with Attorney Triplett now?
Oh, you want to go in, this is Attorney Goss?
Yes, Your Honor.
I mean, he's not on the docket, but
what made you call in today, Mr. Lee Hart?
Because I ended up going to jail like 2 weeks, like a week or two ago, and they set me up court date. I got my paper, and they said that I had court for my traffic tickets on the 9th. So this is the reason I called today. But I can call back on the 30th if it would make convenient.
This is the 8th, sir.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's probably why. So it's not for tomorrow either though?
See what
I
don't see the 9th.
Wait a minute.
don't even see the
Wait a minute, let me. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm about to get my paper. I'm about to. I guess I can show it to y'all if y'all. You know. Give me 1 second.
You might be talking about the 15th. The 15th.
Oh yeah, it say June 9th. So yeah, but it say June 9th, but it say traffic. If y'all can read that.
Do it say what courtroom number?
No, it don't have no courtroom, no nothing. It just say arresting officer B. Abraham, and it don't have no courtroom on it at all. The last judge that I talked to when I was in the wrong courtroom, they sent me here. They told me I was supposed to come here. That's what I'm here right now.
Domestic violence?
Yes.
So you have a court date scheduled for that for the 15th?
Yeah, that's
And
for the
Judge
15th.
Austin Garrett?
Yeah. That's why I was just on the line with, but he sent me here because I told him I had one for traffic tickets, but it's for the 9th, but it's the 8th right now. That's why I know why I call it right now. But that's my mistake. But they did say, but this paper do say I get for my traffic tickets on the 9th though. And I don't know exactly, and it don't have a courtroom on it or nothing. It just, this is what they gave me. It just say June 9th for traffic, 8:30 in the morning.
But if you take care of these.
So do y'all, can y'all check and
Okay,
see
here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna, Mr. Leaphart, is we're gonna handle and get the cases that you have up on the 30th. And we're gonna try to get those out of the way. I would suggest that whatever outcome that you have on those cases, that you take care of those as soon as possible.
Yes, sir.
Because you have a more serious matter coming up on the 15th.
Yes.
So I'm gonna afford you that opportunity. Thank my clerk because she's putting her through a lot of extra work, but we're willing to do that for you because you signed in today and we're gonna try to accommodate you.
I really appreciate you.
So you're gonna have to, again, just sit tight and wait on the city attorney to come back. And he's going to potentially write up an offer for you. Now, let me ask you this. What about the defective equipment ticket?
The defective equipment?
Yes.
Only thing, yeah, I was in the Kia, but it wasn't defective equipment. My front window was cracked.
No, let me stop you. I don't want to know the facts of it. All I want to know is why didn't you do something about that, set a court date or something?
I'm not sure. I guess I was trying to do all that right now as I was taking care of it.
So, pull up those two. This one goes back to 2019. No registration. So just give me the. Can we send good morning, sir. What's your name? I didn't see that. See, I don't remember W.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Judge, I'm waiting on Mr. Goss. He's gonna email me the police report for Mr. This is Goss Hooks, as well as get information for me on the Miss Lee, Cheyenne Lee.
Okay. And I have Mr. Michael Lee Hart, that his cases were up for the 30th, but since he came in, we don't have a big docket at all. We pulled his ROAs and I want to get an offer from Mr. Voss on that matter as well.
Okay.
Attorney Triplet.
Yes.
Riverside Park on August 8th, 2018.
Description of the vehicle?
Burgundy Chevy Trailblazer.
Burgundy?
Yes. Plate number DXM
You don't have to
49.
do that. I'm good.
Okay.
Judge, am I set up for, I'm trying to get back to Miss Lee. Let me see. Is she in room 2, Judge? I thought she may have been in room 1.
I'll put you in room 1 with her.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
What room are you set up to be in? Oh, okay. I'll move you to room 1.
Okay.
Where's that? Oh, right there. Okay.
Those things we scan too.
Very hard. Yeah, scan a little bit.
This is 4+. That was done 4+ too.
Right, that's what I thought. I got it confused.
This is 4+. Okay. Let me know what's going on, Ms. Triplett.
Yes, Judge, Miss Lee is ready to avail herself of the people's offer.
I don't have that yet. As soon as I get that.
Go.
Okay.
What, are you finished with it?
Ms. Lee?
Yeah.
Yes.
To the back. You still had a docket from yesterday?
So am I reading this right? Leading to 6 matters.
Yes.
All other. And what about the state ticket? Dismiss? What is that? What is that gonna happen on that?
Is that the park ticket? Is it like a disorder? No. I don't, he didn't give me information on the state information.
That's the one ticket that's on there.
It's only, all of them are the city.
Right.
So we'll just dismiss based on plea to the state. Plea to the city. What is the most serious offense?
They only got one disorderly and the rest are driving.
All drivers. Okay, good morning, Mrs. Lee.
Good morning.
All right, so you had an opportunity to speak with, counsel, didn't you, Ms. Lee?
Yes, I have.
And she went over everything, and all of what you can expect, for this.
Yes.
And you're satisfied with the representation she's provided?
Yes, I am.
So, Ms. Lee, I have, here a recommendation. Is pleading to, 6 of the matters, are all of these misdemeanors, and, dismissing the rest of the tickets. Like everyone else, I'm finding $245 for each matter. I mean, $240, I'm sorry. So you know that you'll owe the court, at the very least, $1,440, right?
Okay, yes.
Now, I did say at the very least because I'm sure that there are a host of reinstatement fees that are done, run along with these tickets.
Yes.
And you're gonna have to, in order for you to get a driver's license, not only are you gonna have to pay the $1,440, which that's really the concern of the court today. You're also gonna have to at some point pay the reinstatement fees in the matters that you may or may not owe before you can approach the Secretary of State and get a license. So before you leave here, I'm gonna try and see if I can get a dollar amount so that you will be able to have at least something that you can. You also have a number of civil infractions that you have not addressed. And before you get prisons, you're also going to be expected to pay those as well before you can get a license. So it looks like you got a little journey ahead of you. This is the start of that journey. I appreciate the fact that you've come in and you're going to try to resolve this stuff and get it together, but
yes, definitely.
You really have to do something about your driving moving forward. This is everything.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Can I ask a question?
Certainly.
Okay, are you saying that I have to worry about the 6 tickets and then you're dismissing the rest of them?
Well, you're still going to have these civil infractions that you never addressed. You're going to have to take care of those as well.
Okay.
Let me ask you, are you working, Ms. Lee?
No, I'm not. I'm currently receiving unemployment.
Some of these matters are just gone on and they're just too old. I'm trying to see where I can help you out. You've just been running them up on your driving, Miss Lee.
I know. I'm trying my best to get it together.
Looks like you're 28 years old or 27 years old.
Yep, 27, about to be 28 in November.
Okay. Let's call the cases. You ready now?
Yes.
Yeah, long way to go. This is the City of Detroit versus Cheyenne Michelle Lee. Case numbers SP 104-6208, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 849154, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 8600-281, SP 8727851, SP 8727885, counts 2 and 3. SP 8727871, SP 907758, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 9077591, SP 954924, counts 1 and 2. SP 961988, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 9619911, SP 967321, count 1 and 2 and 3. SP 967840, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 972198, counts 1 and 2. U 46453118, 17396911, and 1851417, counts 1 and 2. Mrs. Triplett, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court, Regina Triplett, P number 69160 on behalf of Ms. Lee. Ms. Lee, state your name for the record, please.
Cheyenne Michelle Lee.
Your Honor, there's been an offer from the prosecutor's office. She wishes to avail herself of it.
Okay, I have that offer in front of me, and correct me if I'm wrong. That offer would be to plead to the U ticket, U 464531118, on a 3-month delayed sentence. Plead to the driving license suspended on to the amended count of failure to display. Is there going to be this no ops ticket? Is going to be pleading straight up to it?
No, everything is LTD.
Okay. So all the other either no ops or driving while license suspended tickets would be taken under the amended count of failure to display. Is that the understanding that you have today, Mrs.
Yes,
Lee?
it is. Yes, it
And
is.
off the record, I did state that I would fine you $240 in each matter. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
And you do understand that you have a right to a trial in these matters?
Yes, I do.
And by taking this offer, you're going to give up your right to a trial in these matters. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what is stated on the record?
No.
And you're taking this offer freely and voluntarily on your own free will, is that correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Start here. Okay. Can you raise your right hand for me, Mrs. Lee?
Yes.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in the matter?
Yes, I do.
You put your hand down. I'm going to draw your attention back to August the 8th of 2018 at around 7 p.m. in the area of West Jefferson and Grand Boulevard, known as Riverside Park. Were you in that area at that time, Mrs. Lee?
Yes, I was.
And did you happen to be approached or by a Detroit police officer?
Yes.
And were you parked your vehicle on the grass of a city park, Mrs. Lee?
Yes, I did.
And you knew that wasn't the proper place to park your vehicle, is that correct?
Yes.
Is that sufficient enough,
That is
Councilman?
fine, Your Honor.
I'm going to accept your plea to the case number U464531180. And I'm going to take that under a 3-month delayed sentence, Ms. Lee. If you comply with all the terms and conditions of this ticket, which I'm going to fine you $240, then this case will be dismissed and it won't be on your record.
Okay.
All right, Mrs. Lee, let me draw your attention to December 6, 2019 at around 1:58 p.m. in the area of Grand River Avenue and West Grand Boulevard. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by the Detroit police officer, Ms. Lee?
Yes, I have.
And did that officer ask you to provide a valid driver's license?
Yes.
And you couldn't provide a valid driver's license at that time, could you, Ms. Lee?
No, I couldn't.
And you couldn't provide that valid driver's license because your license was suspended at that time. Is that correct, Ms. Lee?
Yes, that's correct.
The court's going to accept your plea to the amended count of failure to display. I'm also going to fine you $240 in that matter. Let me draw your attention back, Mrs. Lee, to December 2nd, 2017 at 5:05 a.m. in the area of Joy and St. Myers, Joy Road and St. Myers. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by the Detroit police on that day?
Yes, I have.
And were you asked to provide a valid driver's license?
Yes.
And you couldn't provide a valid driver's license because your license was suspended at that time, right, Mrs. Lee?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to accept your plea to the amended count of failure to display in that matter, and I'm going to fine you $240. We draw your attention back to February 24th, 2017, at around 1:10 p.m. in the area of Dexter and Fullerton. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by Detroit police on that day?
Yes, I have.
And were you asked to provide a valid driver's license?
Yes.
And you couldn't provide a valid driver's license because your license was suspended at that time. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
I'm going to accept your plea to the amended count. Well, that's straight up. Failure to display, that's what the charge was. Let me draw your attention to December 15th, 2018, at around 7:05 p.m. in the area of West Grand Boulevard and John C. Lodge. Did you have an occasion on that day to be pulled over by the Detroit police officer?
Yes.
And were you asked to provide a valid driver's license?
Yes, I was.
And you couldn't provide that license because you didn't have a license. Your license was suspended at that time, right, Mrs. Lee?
Yes.
I'm going to accept your plea in that matter. I'm going to amend that to a failure to display and fine you $240.
Thank you. You can't put your foot. You know that. Come here. I missed you.
Let me draw your attention to January 3rd, 2019, at around 2:03 p.m. on Mack Avenue and Van Dyke Street in the city of Detroit. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer on that day, Mrs. Lee?
Yes.
And were you asked to provide a valid driver's license?
Yes.
And you couldn't provide a valid driver's license because your license was suspended at that time. Is that correct?
That's correct.
I'm going to accept your plea to failure to display a valid driver's license. I'm going to fine you $240 in that matter. So with that, the rest of the cases will be dismissed. I'm also going to dismiss case number SP 907759. count one. Mrs. Lee,
Yes.
I don't know how I can help you. Your counsel has worked out a super favorable deal. But it just
Yeah.
seems like you're all over town, east side, west side, it don't matter. You get around and you just keep on moving, don't you?
Yes.
So there's gonna be a total of $1,440 for the 6 $240 fines. Again, Mrs. Lee, you're gonna have a number of reinstatement fees. You're gonna have a number of other tickets that weren't adjudicated because you just never showed up to court or made a court date for it. What I can do, Mrs. Lee, is I can offer you some kind of community service to help you offset these fines and costs. But I did also say, Mrs. Lee, that I will give you as much time as you need to pay. And really, the concern for today is each one of the $240 fines. I just mentioned the other stuff to let you know that before you can ever even approach the Secretary of State, these things are gonna have to be paid.
Okay, I understand.
So what would you like to do?
I would like to pay the 1,400 and work from there. I can't do community service because I just recently had an injury with my foot. So
I'm sorry that you don't have to give me an explanation though. I just need to know. So what we'll do, how much time do you need to pay, Ms. Lee?
until like February.
February. What's this, June?
Excuse me?
How about we do this? How about we give you a date 6 months out?
Okay.
You start to work on getting those things paid and do the best that you possibly can to pay them. First of all, if you pay the Ms. Triplett, if she pays the U ticket, the 3-month delay, as soon as she pays that, I will close that ticket out and offer and dismiss that case if she pays that. So that means you'll at least have not one of these misdemeanors won't be on your record. But let me get a date, 6 days, 6 months out for Mrs. Lee. And what I'm going to do, Mrs. Lee, is that I told you I'd give you as much time as you need, but as a control date and as something to sort of encourage you to hurry up and get this stuff done, I'm going to set that 6-month date. If you find yourself in the position where you can't pay that ticket or you haven't made any headway on getting those tickets paid, then you zoom back into the court. Make sure you zoom back in on
December 8th.
December 8th. Make sure you zoom back in on December 8th. And let me know. We can see if we can get you some more time, all right?
Okay.
Do you have
You a 434?
hold on. You have a sheet where you can tell her reinstatement fees. It's on tape, yeah. So we'll just address this 240 now, and then this 1440 now, and we'll get it. If you make one of the 240s, the first 240 I would make is the U ticket. U464.
Yeah, I got to get him.
53118. So, do you have any other questions, Ms. Lee?
No, thank you.
Have I explained everything clearly to her in your estimation, Ms. Triplett?
Yes, Your Honor, you have. Thank you.
If you don't have any further questions, Ms. Lee, that'll conclude this matter. And remember to make sure you zoom back in if you haven't gotten all this taken care of on the 8th. And I'm just talking about the 1440. So you don't get you in a position where extra penalties and fees and stuff like that, it just keeps on snowballing on you, okay?
Okay, thank you, Judge. You gave me a big break.
All right. Thank you very much. Good luck to you, Ms. Lee.
Have a good one.
You as well.
Ms. Triplett,
Yes,
I had to send you his
yep,
file.
I just got it.
Okay, you see it, it's in Perks?
I got 14 pages. Yes, I got it. I'm reading it.
Okay.
She's like, she staying.
Judge, did you want me to talk to Mr. Laypart?
All right. Yeah.
Do
You
we
have
have
his
a
office?
file? Don't have a, do we have a file yet?
No, we have ROAs. And I think that last time I checked, Mr. Goss was working on offer.
Okay,
And I have that. So basically, I think it's one disorderly conduct, amended to disorderly conduct, and the other are failure to display. Right. So one plea to the amended count of disorderly conduct,
Which is a UOP.
is a EWOP ticket,
okay,
entering vacant without permission.
right.
And then the other two, I'm sure, is just the driving while license suspended, right? Amended to failure to displays and dismiss 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other matters.
Is that the offer, Judge?
Yes.
Okay, how many failure to displays?
2 failure displays
I got
That
it,
was-
and disorderly.
and a disorderly on the EWOP.
Yep. You
Want
want
to
to put
speak
it?
with me?
Yes, please, Judge.
I'll put you guys in the breakout room.
Thank you.
Mr. Godfrey.
Yes.
Good morning.
morning.
How are you?
Good morning, sir. How you doing, sir?
Right. I don't see you on our docket today either.
I called in last week, sir. I had a court date on the on 5/14. Last week, and they told me to come back on June the 8th. I had called back, and I seen Ms. Langston, and they told me I was in the wrong courtroom, and the tune back in today, June 8th.
Mr. Godfrey, when is your birthday?
6/15/1969.
Thank you.
Do you have a license or do you have any insurance or anything like that, Mr. Godfrey?
No, sir. No, sir. Sir, I paid the driving with no proof of insurance and no driver license. The only thing was left over. I had the ticket was issued as far as I had a defaulted part on my car. I believe I took care of the matters earlier as far as the driver's license and the insurance. I seen Ms. Langston. I got cited for that. I paid that bond. I paid the fees for that.
Is your middle name Dion?
Yes, sir.
You got more than that. You got a driver license suspended. You have no
Well, it was a
insurance.
bond on that, sir. I paid
I'm just telling you what you got on here in the system. Let me see what day. That was 6/22. All right, sit tight, Mr. Godfrey. We'll get your file.
Yes, sir.
Who's on the Galaxy A10e?
Me.
Who's me? What's your name?
I'm sorry. Patrice Gross. I'm so sorry. I had missed my appointments at 8:30, but I had went to work yesterday and it was 13-hour shift. I didn't want to miss it.
What's your name?
Patrice Gross. I had an appointment at 8:30. I was supposed to be there at 8:30, but I'm so sorry. I had went to work last night and I'm so tired.
What's her name, Judge?
Gross. Patrice.
I believe she was on yesterday's docket.
Huh?
She was on yesterday's.
No, it said June the 8th. She said June the 8th at 8:30. Today, June the 8th. That's what I wrote down on my piece of paper. She said 8:30 at June the 8th.
You said Patrice or Patrice?
I thought it was Patrice.
Like P-E-R, her.
Patrice.
Mm-hmm.
Gross, Gross?
Yes.
I don't know why it's- That's the Galaxy A10e.
Yes.
P-E.
It's P-E-R.
P-E-R-T-R-I-C-E.
No, no, P-E-R-T-R-I-C-E.
All right. Let's see. Let's sit tight, Miss Gross. We'll see if we can help you today.
Okay, thank you.
Smoke all in that batch one.
Who's on the Galaxy? Who's on the Galaxy 8? Excuse me. Who's on the Galaxy A32 5G?
Ronald Garwood.
Ronald Garwood?
Yes, sir. I'm not on the docket today. Well, I had a court date back in April. I was trying to see what's going on. I can't talk to anyone. I've been calling.
What's your last name?
Cold water. Garwood, Garwood.
I understand you need to put a call. It reduces the information, relaxes the muscle, man. Sound like my muscles hurt.
I need you to. I need everybody to mute their phones.
But it relaxes the muscle.
Until I call on you, please mute your phone.
Garwood, Garwood.
Is that the Galaxy? Is that the Galaxy A32 5G? Mr. Garwood?
Yeah.
Mr. Garwood?
Gotta get a real phone, simple as that. This shit don't make no sense.
Mr.
And
Garwood?
we talk shit about phones. Now see the difference between a real phone, Android. I be like Android.
Yes.
You're gonna have to mute your phone. I don't need to hear your conversation.
I'm sorry. Yes, sir.
And Judge, you gotta be named Patrice.
So I missed. Mr. Gross, say something for me for 1 second.
Yes.
Say that again.
Yes.
I put her on the girl one.
Oh, yeah. Ms. Gross, there's no smoking in court. There is no smoking in court.
Right.
Smoking.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's fine.
Mr. Lockhart, press mute.
Mr. Leapart, that's all I need to hear. I said mute your phone.
I apologize, my bad.
That's what they go. That ain't.
Yeah.
Oh, you are. I'm gonna say it.
Schedule for show.
Who is that? What's your show for that?
622.
Oh, see.
Is that it?
No, this is.
Mr. Goss? Mr. Godfrey? What are we gonna do with Mr. Goss Hooks?
Rose.
IBAC.
Oh, I'm reading it now, Judge. They emailed me the report.
Okay.
Oh, these are additional ones?
Yes, that's gonna be, that's what Barbara's. Okay, so let's see what Mr. Leaphart, we have him up. Have you had a chance to speak with Mr. Leaphart?
Yes, Your
Mr.
Honor, he wishes to avail himself of the offer.
Mr. Leaphart, no eating in court.
I'm sorry.
There's no eating in court.
Yes, sir. I was eating. I had my camera turned off, but I turned it on when I heard my name.
Listen, whether your camera's on or off, you're still eating in court.
I apologize. You're right.
All right. So let's put this on the record. Mr. Leaphart, there's been an offer that's been presented, and I gave you an opportunity to speak with your city attorney. I mean, with the your counsel, and I'm told that you would like to avail yourself of this offer.
Yes, sir.
You understand I'm going to fine you $240 in each of the matters.
Yes, sir.
I am going to give you as much time as you need to pay. Hopefully you can get those things paid off sooner rather than later though, Mr. Leaphart.
Yes, I can.
Put them on. I ain't got time to be fresh.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
This is the city of Detroit versus Michael Stephen Leaphart. Case numbers U22214-215, SP 104-72961, SP 100-3110, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1064640 counts 1 and 2. 18483434 1 and SP 888854 counts 1 and count 2. Mr. Leaphart, there's been an offer in the file for you to plead to the amended count of disorderly conduct on the U22214-215 ticket and plead to the amended count of failure to display on 184834341 and SP 888854 count 1.
Yes, sir.
With the stipulation of probable cause.
So stipulated.
Thank you. And the other counsel be dismissed. Mr. Leaphart, is it your choice to take that offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand that you have a right to go to trial on this matter?
Yes, sir.
And by taking that offer, you'll give up that right. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And did anybody offer you anything other than what's stated in the record?
No.
And are you taking this offer freely and voluntarily because you're guilty of what has been alleged in the allegation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Leaphart, let me raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in the matter?
Yes, sir.
Okay, put your hand down. I'm going to draw your attention back to October 5th, 2015 at 8:50 p.m. in the area of 18926 Ohio Street in the city of Detroit. Were you on or in some property that were vacant without the owner's permission, Mr. Leaphart?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you knew you didn't have permission to be there. Is that correct, Mr. Leaphart?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to draw your attention to December the 12th, 2018 at about 1:46 p.m. in the area of 7 Mile and Hayden Street. Did you have, in the city of Detroit, did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer on that day?
Yes, sir.
And were you asked to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes, sir.
And you couldn't produce that license because you didn't have a license on your possession on that day, is that correct?
Yes, sir. No, I didn't.
Okay. I'm going to draw your attention back to June 27, 2018 at around 10:25 p.m. in the areas of Greenfield and Finkel in the city of Detroit. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer that day?
Yes, sir.
And were you asked to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes, sir.
And you couldn't produce a valid driver's license because your license was not valid at the time. It was suspended, right?
No, I didn't have any.
You didn't have a license?
It was invalid. It was suspended.
Judge, I couldn't. Yes.
Speak up for the court reporter, Mr. Leaphart.
I said no. I didn't have a license that day. I didn't have one. It was invalid.
All right, thank you. I'm satisfied, Counselor. Are you satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Leaphart, I'm going to fine you $240 in each of the matters. Do you need time to pay, Mr. Leaphart?
I can do it in less than 6 months. I mean, I can 6 months at the max.
Oh, 6 months, I'm not gonna give you 6 months. Let's start out with 3 months, Mr. Leapart. How about
Okay.
that?
That's okay. I can take that.
Let's start out with 3 months. And again, I did say I'd give you as much time as you needed to pay, but I didn't think you were gonna go half a year. But
I mean,
what I'll do
I can
is,
take 3 months would be perfect for me, sir.
all right, what I'll do is I will allow you, if you have the occasion that you see that you can't get it paid in the 3 month time frame, I'll use Zoom back in as well. And we'll see if we can get you some more time so that you don't get the penalties and fees that come with that. So based on that, do you have any other questions, Mr. Leapart?
No, sir.
Let's get him a date. Say let's see, September 8th, 2021.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, if no other questions, you're free to leave.
Okay. Have a good day.
You as well, thank you. So where we at with Mr. Boston?
Here's his file.
This is triplet and to Mr. Goss.
Judge, I'm ready to see Mr. Gus Hooks in the breakout.
All right. Mr. Goss.
Yes.
I appreciate your patience. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Attorney Triplet. She's had some time to discuss the situation with the attorney, and she's had some time to review your file. So I'm gonna give you an opportunity to talk, okay? So just join that room. We got Mr. Godfrey, Mrs. Rose. Not taking it. Send it back. So this next slide is what I would put office of these slides all the way up to second.
I'm calling until Thursday. Yeah, part of my files.
Somebody else.
So, yeah, but this is her second time coming. So she missed her. What's the date on it?
Yeah, that was
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, that's choke laws. Okay. So, Mrs. Gross.
Yes. I'm sorry.
So what we'll do, since these tickets are.
Good job making me so tired. They do. Tired me up now.
Which one is that?
I'm telling him what we talking to do it. That's one. If I had to my room.
These are silver fractions that were in the default. I didn't. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
Because then I gave you the printout.
So it's 6 something. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so I have, data display, improper plate.
Right, go ahead.
Mrs. Gross,
Yes.
I do have, offer, it looks like you have 6 matters, in front of the court. Really, the, 3 of the matters are, 3 of the matters are in default, but since I see that you recently got these, I don't know what happened and why a court date wasn't set.
I got another court date that I had a ticket, I'm not gonna lie, from y'all, right when I had just supposed to court the day before. And they said, they sent me one that said 6/22/2021.
Yeah,
That
that's
was last week.
that's supposed to be in court. So I don't understand why these tickets weren't, why you didn't address the civil infractions when you were supposed to. But we won't get into that. I will allow, since these tickets are very new, I will allow upon a motion by Ms. Triplett, or I'll just set aside the defaults and I'll allow you to avail yourself of the offer that's in the file here. And that is plead to 1 count of failure to display for the failure to display, and then improper place. So you'd be pleading to 2 of the counts straight up. They're 0-point offenses. They are misdemeanors. But the rest of the tickets, I'll allow you to set aside the defaults in the other tickets. The offer is to dismiss those tickets.
Okay.
And I'll fine you $240 in each one of the matters.
Okay, so how much would it be altogether? Can I know how much it would be altogether?
So it's gonna be $480.
That's enough. I can pay that in the next 2 weeks. Really, I just pay my bills, but I can pay that in the next 2 weeks.
There's no mistake. All right. So you want to then now you do understand that you have a right to go to trial, right? This is let's put these on the record.
No hearsay.
No hearsay. Thank you. This is the city of Detroit versus Patrice Gross. Patrice Reed Gross. Case numbers SP 11380999 counts 1, 2, and 3, and SP 138101 counts 1, 2, and 3. Ms. Gross, I have informed you that there's an offering here. First of all, let me set aside the defaults in this matter on the civil infractions. That would be SP 113801 counts 1, 2, and 3. There's an offering here that allows you to plead guilty to 2 counts, 1 count of failure to display, and is pleading as charged, and 1 count of improper plates, both 0-point offenses. I did indicate that I would charge you $240 for each matter, and then the other 4 matters would be dismissed.
Okay.
Indicate that I would give you an opportunity to have some time to pay that. I also have a city attorney that's on the, house counsel that's on the line that can advise you on the repercussions of this, but essentially, if you want to take that offer, you can take the offer today, get the $480 fines, and I'll give you as much time as you need to pay. It's your choice, Mrs. Gross.
Okay, Steve, I have to ask you a question. So the 400, and I got another fine you tell me too, right? Basically, I have two fines because I got two tickets.
So it's going to be $240 a piece.
Right, so 400 for that one. Do I have another one? Do I have to pay? 400.
It's going to be $240 for each ticket, and a total of $480.
Okay. I get you now.
Okay. Would you like to avail yourself to that?
Yes, I can pay that in the next 2 weeks. I just couldn't pay now because I had just paid my rent.
All right, I got you. Raise your hand, Ms. Gross. Raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in the matter?
Yeah.
All right, you can put your hand. I didn't hear you. You have to speak up. Court.
I'm sorry, yes.
All right. So, Mrs. Gross, let me draw your attention back to November 20th, 2020 at around 1:58 p.m. in the area of 7 Mile Road and Beach Street in the city of Detroit. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer, Mrs. Gross?
Yes.
And did that Detroit police officer ask you to provide a valid driver's license? Ms. Gross?
Yes.
I see you're moving around quite a bit. Can I have you sit still?
Yes, I'm just trying to get ready for a little work, so my work is Thursday night.
All right, let's sit still for a second and we can get this done right quick, okay?
Okay.
All right. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer in that area?
Yeah.
And did that officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yeah.
And you couldn't produce a valid driver's license on that day, is that correct?
Yeah. Provide.
I can't hear you, Ms. Gross.
Yes, I couldn't provide.
You said, what did you say?
I couldn't provide one.
You could not provide one?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Let me draw your attention to, on the same day, Mrs. Gross, did the officer, did you have improper plates on the car or unregistered plates?
I had unregistered plate, but
okay. I'm satisfied, Mrs. Gross. So I will accept your plea to the failure to display and the improper plates. I'll fine you $240 in each one of the matters. That'll be a total of $480. How much time do you think you'll need to pay, Mrs. Gross?
okay, that could be another 2 weeks, so that could be just a month in time from now, so I can,
Let me give you the date of July the 8th, 2021. And again, I'll tell you, like I told everybody else, Mrs. Gross, that I will give you that time to pay. If you find yourself in a situation where you can't get that paid, I would ask you to zoom back in so we can try to find you some more time so you don't get extra penalties and fees attached to that.
Okay, thank you.
You have any other questions, Ms. Gross?
No, that was about it. You answered both of my questions. You said one was 400 or something. You said the other one was 400. So altogether it's 800 and something that I owe.
No, Mrs. Gross, you only owe a total of $480. That's $240 a piece.
Okay.
All right, so that's better, a lot better than the 800. Okay, if you don't have any further questions, that'll conclude the matter.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
So, sit down. Sit down. Let's see on the phone.
What do we have from Mr. Dow? I will come each one of them. That's fine.
Do you have a comment?
No, because he's the one that.
Oh, he has.
Keep it back.
Ms. Godfrey.
Just one state charge in there. But it's clear to this floor, so dismiss it. Yeah. But I could dismiss it.
Let's see what we got. Let's talk to Mr. Godfrey. You're up.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your patience, Mr. Godfrey.
Yes, sir.
My staff, you gotta thank my staff for the extra work they had to do.
Thank you, staff. Thank you.
All right, their cases weren't up, but I have an offer in this file. And that offer would be to plead to the amended count of failure to display and a responsible plea to and he already paid that.
That's our thing. So just.
All right, so what we'll do is, Mr. Godfrey, is you getting a nice deal today. What I would think would be a nice deal. Since you paid the one ticket, you've already taken care of that. That was the limited access. Let me make sure I'm remembering correctly. And Charles. Dion. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You paid the speeding ticket, right? Mr. Godfrey?
Sir.
Paid the speeding ticket, right?
Yes, sir.
So the offer would be to plead just to the one count of driving while license suspended, but I'll amend that to a failure to display, a 0-point ticket, fine you $240 in that matter. And I'll dismiss the rest of the matters, and I'll dismiss the state matter upon your plea of the city matters. So basically, you can walk out of here with a $240 fine. I don't see that you have any other fees or anything else with the court. That'll clear you up with the 36th District Court when you pay that. Would you like to avail yourself to that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's call your cases.
Yes, sir.
All right. These are case number. This is the city of Detroit versus Charles Dion Godfrey. Case numbers SP 1179925 counts 1, 2, and 3. Case number SP 11799 26, counts 1 and 2, and case number SP 1142828, counts 1 and 2. Mr. Godfrey, we discussed off the record the plea agreement that we have in the file. I mentioned to you off the record that upon your plea to the amended count of the driving while license suspended, we'll reduce that to a failure to display, amend that to a failure to display. We will fine you $240 in the matter. And there's also a responsible plea to the limited access, but you've already handled that matter. So based on that, I think that's why the prosecutor was being generous in offering you this favorable offer. And all the other matters will be dismissed. So is that something you would like to avail yourself to, Mr. Godfrey?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Godfrey, can you raise your right hand, please? The other right, thanks. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, Mr. Godfrey?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. Let me draw your attention back to March the 25th, 2021, at around 10:18 a.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Chicago Street and Longacre Street. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by the Detroit police officer, Mr. Godfrey?
Yes, sir.
And the Detroit police officer asked you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes, he did, sir.
And you couldn't produce a valid driver's license because your license was suspended at the time. Is that correct, Mr. Godfrey?
Correct, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll accept your guilty plea to the amended count of failure to display, a 0-point ticket, and I'll fine you $240 in the matter. I'll also dismiss all the other matters, including the state matter of SP 1179925, count 2, based on the plea to the state matters. The city matters. Mr. Godfrey, how much time would you need to pay?
I'd like to have
You're breaking up.
2 months, Judge. Can I have like 60 days, sir?
Okay.
60 days, sir. Would that be efficient, please?
Yeah, I got a date of August 9th, 2021.
Yes, sir. August 9th.
You have any other questions, Mr. Godfrey?
No, sir.
All right. If there's no other questions, I am going to give you that date of what did I say? August the 9th, 2021. And if you don't find yourself in the predicament that you don't have those fees paid off, then please zoom back in and we can see if we can get you some more time.
Okay.
All right. If there's no other questions, this case will be adjourned. This is conclusion to conclude this matter.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
You have a great day as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Ms. Officer Sanders, you and your ticket is the last one standing.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's that noise coming from?
Oh, who is the regular court clerk in here? I mean, not the court clerk, but,
No, I'm not, I mean.
no, not the court clerk, I meant the court report.
Oh, he's got a pick one.
Oh, he got to pick.
Yeah.
We got to pick everything. I think he already picked the officer, I think he's gonna pick
Yeah.
the people.
That's what he told me. What happened to him?
Oh, he already picked people?
Yeah, I asked him, was he his officer? He said yes.
Oh, yeah. I think he's at the front desk, I guess he had to say that too. So he got to pick the court reporter and the clerk.
Yeah.
Oh, he gonna be busy.
I
said he gonna be busy, cause y'all gotta rotate like that.
Yeah. And this, how many y'all?
Let me see, I think I'm the third one, I think he had Carmen Banks, Jamira, and then me. I think you gotta do Lewis and then Tell. I don't know what you got. I don't know. I don't know.
Wow, this is a lot of y'all.
Yeah, but it's a lot of, cause I don't, we got Juanita, Brandy, Chris,
Oh, yeah.
Sonia. So I don't know if he gonna go, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of us.
It sure is. What is, Virginia? What's going on? Mr. Goss, the job, Mr. Goss have more tickets. Goss hooks.
No, he only had that one job.
I wonder what happened.
I mean, the officer here, I don't know if they going to trial. What they doing?
I mean, they shouldn't because the officer is here.
He plead guilty. What he do?
Huh?
He plead guilty. What he do? Gosh, what is Gosh, he plead guilty.
I think he's gonna take the offer.
Mhm. Right. Right.
You know that's contagious. Don't start.
I'm just, I don't know, I can't understand why they have that.
She's back. She's ready.
Okay.
I'm ready. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I told her she's got the phone. Told her the judge wasn't ready, so she just.
How you
Oh,
doing, Virginia?
we're fine. We're fine. Whenever the judge gets here, we're ready.
How you doing, Regina?
I'm good. Who is that?
Darnell.
Hey, honey. You know, you have said so many profound things to me that I think about often.
Okay,
You have. It's good to hear from you.
thank you.
All right, I'm back.
Judge, I did speak with Mr. Goss Hooks, and he wishes to avail himself of the people's offer.
And what would that be?
The people have agreed to reduce the charge or amend the charge to operating while intoxicated from a high BAC.
So, let me ask you this, so we're gonna have to, Mr. All right, with that being said, it seems like we can let Officer William Sanders relieve him from his appearance today, since this is going to be a resolution in the matter. So, Mr. You're more than welcome to stay, Mr. Officer Sanders. But if you want to leave, you can leave. Also, Mr. Goss Hooks, you had an opportunity. You had an opportunity to speak with your counsel, Ms. Triplett, and I see she has worked out a deal for you to plead to the operating while visibly impaired.
No, OWI.
Oh, sorry. Operating while impaired, and that's reduced from the high BAC that you were originally charged with.
Yes, sir.
So I can inform you of the maximum possible penalties. I will take your plea today, but I will have you, submit to probation so they can write up a pre-sentence report. We'll get that report back and, we'll have you back in for a sentencing in that matter. So you'll be required to, call in the probation now?
Yes, you can do that.
You'll be required to call in the probation. They will ask you a bunch of questions related to this matter. And based on that, a report will be drafted. We'll get a copy of that report. We'll provide a copy of that report to your counsel. And then at that time, we'll get a sentencing date and you'll come back for sentencing in this matter. Let me just see.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes.
You said I'm free to go, sir?
Yes, you're free to go, Officer Sanders.
All right, everyone have a great day, okay?
You as well. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you, sir.
So it's straight up operating while intoxicated?
Up to 90 days in jail. Fine up to $500.
This is his, this is the
First,
first.
yes, this is first. We're not stressing.
Okay. So this is operating on there. No, this is operating on toxic. This was in the 6 point. What is the code number?
Code unit 00.
I have 1,200. I have 257.625 per in 3. Right.
So that's a 4 point.
So what about, damn, I need to see what's up with this.
Is that your understanding, Ms. Triplett, that this is a 4 point? Is my understanding that the operating while operating while intoxicated is a 6 point?
I think it's the high BAC 6 point.
Judge, let me look at right quick. I'll check it out.
I'm looking at operating while impaired by liquor. What do you have? That's good.
I'm looking at the same.
Yeah, this is operating my business.
We're not doing physically.
Let's see what the punishment is.
Whole operating while impaired.
Let's see what the punishment.
Judge, give me 1 second.
No, it don't.
I got it right here.
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock.
Judge, I see 6 points.
Then what number is that?
Section 257.6251.
Oh, I see.
Under the Michigan Department of State Court Manual Offense Code 1000. It's a 30-day hard suspension, restricted 150 day.
All right. So the way it's written, the OWI is written under the operating while impaired by liquor. And that would have been a 4-point offense. I just want to make sure that it's correct and Mr. Goss Hooks knows what he's pleading to and what he's going to be responsible for. You see what we're talking about?
So it's 4 points or 6 points?
6 points.
It's 6 points. Mr. Goss Hooks is 6 points. It's operating while intoxicated.
And it says use offense code. It says use offense code 1025.
Oh, it's 6 points, Judge, though. Still, it is. I see
Yeah,
it, Judge.
I know. I'm just making sure.
Yep, I see it.
There it is. All right. All right. So that is the OWI. So Mr. Goss Hooks, okay. So by taking this offer, you will be pleading to operating while visibly impaired. Operating while intoxicated. That's under 257.625 paren 1, offense code 1025. You're looking at 6 points on your license. You have for the first offense, it would be a suspension of 30 days and reinstatement of 150 days. And it would be a misdemeanor on your record. There will be no hardship appeal. So in that 30 days, you would just have a hard suspension. But in the 150, after the 30 days, you can get your license reinstated. Restricted after 100, for 150 more days after that. And he would have to approach the Secretary of State for that restricted
Can you
license.
say that again, Arnie?
Okay. So you'd be pleading today to operating while intoxicated, which is a 6-point offense. Since this is your first operating while intoxicated, there would be a suspension, a hard suspension on your license for 30 days.
Okay.
After 30 days, you can approach the Secretary of State for a restricted license, and that would last for 150 days.
Okay.
And if you go through that smoothly, then I'm understanding that the Secretary of State will give you a license back. But you won't be able to appeal. You won't be able to appeal to get a restricted license for that first 30 days at all. That's what they call a hard suspension.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so are you ready to take that offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. call the case.
Write her name down.
See, I don't want to do this. They got two good calls, the city and state. So you'll have to, it's written under the city. It should be the same. Same building, I'm sure it's the same. Punishment and stuff like that. We don't do all the state stuff.
But I think that you put it into the system, it's all state.
It's all state. Right. All right. Let's call the case. This is the city of Detroit versus James Thomas Goss Hooks. Case number Z8082371. Can you put your appearance on the record, Mrs. Triplett?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning, Regina Triplett, P number 69160, on behalf of Mr. Goss Hooks, who's present. Mr. Goss Hooks, would you please state your name for the record?
My name is James Thomas Goss Hooks.
Your Honor, there's an offer Mr. Goss Hooks wishes to avail himself on.
Okay, can you put your appearance on the record, Mr. Goss?
Dante Goss, P60162, on behalf of the city.
Okay, Mr. Goss Hooks, you understand that you've been charged with one count of operating with blood alcohol content of 1.7 or more, basically high VAC, and what they term as a super drunk. There's been an offer presented here for you. The city attorney is willing, and your attorney have worked out a deal for you to lead to the reduced count of operating while intoxicated. I did indicate to you off the record that that plea would be 6 points on your license. And since this is your first operating while intoxicated, it will be a 30-day hard suspension, and after that, a 150-day restricted license. There's a misdemeanor, and there's no hardship appeal. So during that 30 days of hard suspension, you won't be able to approach the Secretary of State and to get a license or any restricted license in that time.
Yes, sir.
I told you that upon taking the guilty plea today, we will require you to go to probation and require you to do an interview with probation. And based on that interview, we'll get the results back of that interview. We'll have your counsel here to go over that with you. And on the sentencing day, you'll have an opportunity to review that and make sure that everything is factually correct. And then I'll impose sentence on you that day.
Okay, sir. All right, what about the probation? Where the location at, sir?
Well, we're just gonna, I think you're just gonna call in now. Is that correct, Madam Clerk?
Yes, Your Honor.
So right now, we're still under the call-in. So you'll just call in and the interview will be over the phone. Is that correct?
I need a number, a contact number.
Yeah, we'll get you that number and everything, all right?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, probation officer is going to ask for an alcohol assessment. So we have to sign up for assessment.
Also, probation is going to ask for an alcohol assessment, and I will sign that order for an alcohol assessment so that we can see what you're try to determine, you know, what type of if there's anything going on further than just this one incident of driving while intoxicated. All right.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So-
I have another question, sir. What you just said about the assignment, with the alcohol. I'm already on a breathing alcohol.
No, this is sort of like an assessment. So, you know, there'll be a battery of questions, and based on their answers to those questions, they will try to determine in their expert opinion whether you know, whether you have more of any underlying issues, or whether this was just one scattered incident and a minor indiscretion or indiscretion on your part. So,
Yes,
with that being said, it'll be me that will be the one that takes all the information and based on the representation of your counsel at the time of sentencing to determine what I wanted to do ultimately, and based on all the other information that I received. So that's how that will work. But it's a
Judge,
routine
he
thing.
is,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Judge. I think he was letting you know that he is on a breathalyzer. He's blowing at 7 a.m., 11 a.m., 3 p.m., 7 p.m., and 11 p.m. every day.
Okay. And have any results come back at all?
I think, mhm.
Have you been have you had any?
sober, sir. I've been sober, sir, since April 15th, sir.
Okay. So
They said one thing they did say, Wayne County gave me a call because I was in pain because they had to take the tether off because I had an emergency for them to take the tether off. So I did take a narco, so that popped up in my bloodstream. But after that, nothing, sir. I ain't been drinking. I don't pop pills, nothing, sir.
Well, I'm really only concerned. I'm glad that you're not having these other issues, but my really concern is with the alcohol that's in front of you.
No, sir. No alcohol.
All right, so let's start by establishing a factual basis, and then if your counsel wants to make any other representations, I'll hear that, and then we'll go from there. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Goss Hooks, can you please raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in the matter?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can put your hands down. Ms. Triplett, I'll allow you to voir dire your client to establish that factual basis.
Okay. Mr. Gauze Hooks, on April 15, 2021, at approximately, I guess, 4 p.m. in the afternoon, were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
And on that particular day, at that time, you were approached by a City of Detroit police officer, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you indicated on that day that you had been drinking alcohol, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And what exactly had you been drinking?
A beer.
And on that day, you actually, I guess, you had been driving, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you actually were tested by the data master, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you blew I believe it was a 0.32. Is that correct by the data master?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me ask you this, Goss Hooks. I'm sorry, Mr. Triplett.
That's fine. Thank you, Judge.
How many beers did you have that day?
I just had two. I was drinking the night before, but that day I went.
But did this beer substantially impair your ability to drive?
No.
So Judge, I think the charge is operating while intoxicated, and I think the blood alcohol levels actually satisfies the requirement.
Okay, so you have no reason to dispute that the BAC in that matter was correct, right? The data master reading was correct, right?
You asking me, sir?
Yes.
Up to my knowledge, no, man.
All right, let me ask you this. You said you were drinking the night before. Were you drinking heavily the night before, Mr. Gosshooks?
No, not really. No, I was drinking, but not heavy.
Well, Mr. Gosshooks, let's say this. You blew a .233. 32? You blew a .232. You can't come in here and reasonably say that that 2 beers got you all the way that high, okay? So
no, sir.
this is wait a minute. This is the time where, hey, let it all out. The attorney's done good work. She's got it amended down to another level, and in most cases, that level that you had, they would not even consider that. So you got to come off and come clean with us so we can establish this factual basis. We got to know what you were drinking.
I was drinking the night before. I was drinking liquor the night before, sir.
But 2 beers didn't get you to a .32.
That's why we do the assessment.
Yeah, I was drinking liquor the night before, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Look here, Mr. Triplett. If your client doesn't seem to really recall what's going on, okay? And let me stop you, Mr. Gosshooks, before I know you want to say something. So I don't have an issue, as long as Mr. Goss doesn't, to allow Mr. Gosshooks to plead no contest to this, and we'll take the police report as a factual basis.
Judge, we'll do that if we could do a no contest.
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, so Mr. Gosshooks, here, listen. It doesn't change anything as far as what you've agreed to. It only allows you, because it doesn't seem like your recollection is very good. And I can understand why it probably wouldn't be good if you had a .32 alcohol level when you were pulled over. So it's saying you're not admitting responsibility. It's saying I'm not pleading guilty, but based on a not responsible, a no contest plea, I have to accept that plea as a guilty plea. I have to enter that plea as a guilty plea in the record. Now I can use the police report as a factual basis. You understand?
Yes, and meaning by that?
That just means that I will accept what the officer wrote in the report as to your level of intoxication. All right?
Yes.
It's actually better than pleading guilty. Are you willing to do that?
Yes, sir.
Because the way it looks now is that you're telling the court the officer is alleging that you had a .32 alcohol level, which would be close to alcohol poisoning. And then you're stating on the record that you only recall drinking 2 beers before you got stopped. There's no scientific way possible that you can only have 2 beers in your system and have this 0.32 level. So that's why we're doing it the other way, because I have to be able to establish a factual basis. If I can't establish a factual basis, then I can't accept your plea. But if you don't really recall, then we can do it the other way. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Did I explain things well enough, Mrs. Triplett, to your satisfaction for your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is your client willing to now plead no contest to the amended count of operating while intoxicated?
He is, Your Honor.
Okay. Based on that, I'll accept your plea. Okay. Mr. Goss Cooks?
Yes.
Are you willing to plead no contest to the amended charge of operating while intoxicated?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and the reason being is because you don't recall the events exactly as they transpired. Is that correct?
Yes.
Listen, Mr. Goss Hooks. I sense a lot of apprehension. And I don't want you to feel that you're being forced to do anything. I don't want you to feel, or what I really want you to do is I really wanted you to understand completely of what the court is trying to do. But I want you to be doing this on your own free will as well. So if you have some apprehension, let me know what's on your mind.
Nothing, sir.
Judge, we did have a discussion in detail, and he wants to plead guilty. I think what threw him was the no contest, and I don't know that he.
No contest is basically you pleading guilty if you plead no contest.
Okay, you get that. So, what is your problem, Mr. Goss?
I don't have a problem, ma'am.
Let me kind of give you a framework for what the no contest plea is all about, right? So say, for example, you had there was an accident involved and you hurt somebody in the other car and you were found drunk and driving. If you went straight to court and you pled guilty on the matter, you would in turn, the other person that was injured, they can take that guilty plea straight over to civil court and get a money judgment from you.
Right.
If you plead no contest and you hit that same person, you're saying, listen, I'm not admitting this. I'll accept the fact that you're going to enter a guilty plea and you're going to treat me like I'm guilty. But when that person goes over to civil court to try to sue you, they're going to have to plead the facts and everything all over again. They're not just going to have a signed, sealed, delivered, no contest plea to give them. I mean, a guilty plea to give them. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So since the criminal burden is much higher than the civil burden, and you've already pled guilty in a sense, and we're talking about in the accident hypothetical, and you've already pled guilty in the criminal portion of it, then they could just take that guilty verdict over civil court and say, here, Mr. Goss, we don't even have to argue this anymore. You owe the money. Now, with the no contest plea, you're not admitting that responsibility. Even though I have to accept that no contest plea and as a guilty plea, and it's going to be written no contest in the system, they won't be able to have that signed, sealed, delivered guilty plea. Yes. So do you understand what I mean by this is really now, in this instance, luckily, nobody got hurt, right?
But
So,
yeah. So There is property damage, so that does help in that regard.
Well, see, I didn't know the facts. They're telling me that there's property damage in this case. So that's gonna help you. It could potentially help you. It could potentially help you. Let me say that.
Okay.
And the reason why they're allowing you to do this is because we can't say, I mean, anybody will never believe the fact that you only had 2 beers and you're at a 0.32 level of intoxication. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
unless
sir.
those were the biggest super giant beers that you ever had.
No, I was drinking the night before, but I understand what you're saying when you're talking about that day, exactly that day, sir. I understand exactly.
Yeah, because I mean, on the record, Ms. Triplett, it's got 8:50 p.m. on the ticket. I don't know where the 4 o'clock came from. Maybe this is just when maybe I don't know where that 4 o'clock came from, but I got 8:50. So even if you're drinking the night before, you're not going to be that. I don't care if you got super drunk the night before. By 8:50 the next day, 2 beers is not going to get you to 3.2. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. So does that relieve some of your apprehension? Because I know sometimes you can come to court and you can be bombarded with the legalese and all that kind of stuff. I like to make sure that you know exactly what is expected of you and exactly the consequences that you face by taking this plea. Does that relieve your apprehension?
Yes, sir.
And I can't relieve the apprehension of the fact that you got caught drunk driving. I know you're probably a little upset with yourself, probably because that happened, and you wish you could probably bring that back. I can't do anything about that. All I can do is move forward, and I suggest you move forward and get this thing put behind you.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, do I need anything else for the record? I'm just asking your counsel. What I'm going to say is, let's repeat that one more time. Mr. Gosshooks, are you willing to, from my understanding, you would like to plead no contest in this matter and will use the report as a factual basis?
Yes, sir.
I don't need to read the whole report, though. All right. So with that being said, can we get a date, a sentencing date?
Yes, July 13th.
July 13th.
13th.
Then July 13th is the date, the sentencing date, and we'll give you a number for probation.
313 965
And when does he need to call there? Okay, Mr. Gosshooks, you got ink pen?
Yes.
Write this number down, please. 313
313
965
965
3414.
3414.
All right, make sure that you call them no later than tomorrow morning, okay?
Yes. This is the probation?
Yes. Call them tomorrow morning.
Yes,
If
sir.
you have some trouble getting in contact with them, please call here, chime in to Zoom or something, and we can kind of help you in that regard. I told you there's going to be a assessment done, and there's going to be some tests done, and some questions asked of you. So, you know, just do your best to answer questions, and we can get a proper report, and then we can move on for July 13th sentencing. All right?
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Nothing further, Your Honor.
I'm supposed to be going out of town. Is I'm still able to?
No, not while you're on, you're still on, what's going on with out of town, Mr.
My birthday is June 30th. I was going to Vegas from the 25th to the 27th for 2 days for my birthday, June 30th. I'm turning 35.
So, Mr. God's Hooks, you going to celebrate your birthday in Vegas, right?
Yes.
And or that's what you want to do. And
yes.
you know what happens in Vegas is supposed to stay in Vegas, right? Huh?
Yes.
But in this case, it can't stay in Vegas because you're on bond and you're under the jurisdiction of this court. And I mean, we all know what happens in Vegas. At least it's a little bit of drinking going on, right?
No, I don't gotta worry about that. I got that on my system.
All right. The monitor is gonna work in Vegas, isn't it?
Yeah, the monitor. Yeah, that'll work.
You know, you've been out of town before while you were on bond?
No, sir. Not on no situation like this.
You can tell them if you violate jail time.
All right. Well, listen to this, Mr. Gosshooks. I'm not gonna ruin your birthday. I'm gonna let you go to Vegas, and it's gonna be on you. I'll tell you this though. If you violate, I'm gonna send you to jail for a period of time, all right?
Yes, sir.
And we won't have any more discussion on that. You just go ahead and walk in and go to jail.
Yes, sir.
All right. So in those dates, I'll allow him to travel. What dates are those?
From supposed to be the 25th until the 28th.
Uh, 25th to 28th. And what month is that?
This month, June.
All right. So other than that, I don't have any other further questions for you, Mr. Goss. If you don't have any other questions, I see you're a lefty too, huh?
Yes, sir.
I am as well. So based on that, I think that'll conclude the matter. Just make sure you call in the probation tomorrow morning, okay?
Yes, sir. And you said July 13th, right?
July 13th at what time? 8:30 a.m.
8:30.
Yes. So if there's nothing further, Mr. Gosshooks, have a happy trip. Be safe. If you have any other questions, you know where to find us. But I expect you to go to that probation, and I expect to see you back here on July 13th at 8:30 a.m.
8:30 a.m. July 13th. The number is 313-965-3414.
And call them tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a good one. I'll see you soon.
You too, sir.
All right. Bye.
Thank you, my attorney.
You're welcome. Take care. Be safe. Have fun in Vegas.
Thank you.
No drinking.
No drinking.
Mr. Godfrey, are you still out here?
Yes.
No, I'm gonna let you go, Mr. Gosshooks. I'm gonna remove you from the room.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Why are you still on here, Mr. Godfrey?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I thought we took care of your cases.
Sir, I had a question for you.
Oh, okay.
Sir, I was on the case of my matter. I was wondering if I got my license. I was wondering, was the matter still dismissible if I was go ahead and apply for my license and have my license before August the 9th?
You're not gonna get a license until you take care of these cases. So it's not possible.
Okay, no problem.
And he got you, hey, I think
Yes,
from what I remember, you got a sweetheart deal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was just wondering. It was brought to me that if I was apply for my license and maybe come back, the matters maybe can been dismissed, throw it out of court. But no problem, sir. No problem at all.
No, but the only thing I can do is back that deal out and let you go to trial on all that other stuff. That's about all I can do now.
No, sir. No, sir. You have a great day, sir.
That's a smart move, Mr. Godfrey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You
All
have
right.
a great one. I'll talk to you before August the 9th. Yes, sir.
All right. Look forward to it.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, Ms. Triplett. Thank you very, very much.
We're done. Okay. Thank you. You all have a good one. Be safe. Take care.
Bye-bye.
It turned out to be supposed to only be a few matters ended up.
Yeah, we didn't have the problem. That would have been horrible because he was gonna go to jail for 45 days. So.
Also, I gotta find it. It ain't even open.
I'm gonna remove you, Mr. Godfrey. You don't have to worry about it.